Today's video is about dancehall artists being targeted by corrupt police officers in Jamaica. I will use Vybz Kartel as the most notable reference and Tommy Lee Sparta as the latest. Here are interviews of both explaining their experiences of being targeted and harassed by police officers.
What's been your problem with the former policeman, now Sting promoter, Isaiah Lang?
Well, the problem is really this, we had a dialogue a few months ago about Sting, and I decided that I wasn't going to do Sting because I was owed some money from last year, one, and I had already had plans to do a show abroad, but then Corey and myself, which is my business manager, business partner also, decided that we were going to keep our own show in the building, and
the building is at the former asylum.
Yeah, so
in New Kingston.
In New Kingston. So we had dialogue and I decided I wasn't going to do the show, So ever since then he was calling other people and saying that Vybz Kartel thinking is and me can't fight the state. Because
the state?
Yeah, because I didn't know the state was keeping any show.
Those words, the state?
He used those words, those exact words, so me can't fight the state. So then we had a show in Trelawny where it was raided. Vybz Kartel wasn't there because I heard about it beforehand. And I wasn't there. Then he came to the club.
When was that show in Trelawny?
I think it was the 18th, the 18th of December. Yeah, because before that we decided that we weren't going to do it, and that was when the threat started.
Back up a little. Tell me, you said he owed you from last year's performance, December 2009.
Last year,
How much does he owe you?
$500,000.
$500,000?
Yeah.
And what has he been saying to you in terms
of? Tell the God truth, because right now I'm just attacking him. Him tell my manager, say, if Vybz Kartel was a bad man, I'll pay back money.
Are you serious?
It's dead serious.
He told your manager that?
Yeah, man, him tell my manager those exact words, man. You know what I mean? And when me hear that now, I start looking into it and say, alright, well, me nah do Sting then. See, so that is the real reason why I say me nah do Sting if me not get X amount of money, because people been speculating why I'm charging so much money. You know what I mean? Anyway, go on and on. And
that's $1 million you were charging for this year?
3, me telling me now.
3 million?
Yeah, because for even the pride of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so me tell him $3 million. And
but you weren't serious about 3 million?
No, if me get my money from last year, we could have negotiated. You know what I mean? But
so you were prepared to negotiate down?
Yeah, man. Because Sting that's the annual show. So anyway, the negotiation fell through or whatever. And that was when the real trouble started. You know what I mean? With this system of raids and stuff like that. So he came to the building nightclub on Thursday. I think that was what, the 23rd, I think? Or the 24th. One of those days. It was a Thursday though. So
that would have been Thursday because Saturday was the 25th.
Yeah,
right.
So it was the 23rd.
Yeah.
So when he came to the building, my business partner Corey had, because he said something in the media that Vybz Kartel can pull 1,000 people. So to come in the building that night was $1,000. So he came to the building and wanted to come in.
Who, Lang?
Yeah. So Corey had said, no man, yes, Vybz Kartel can pull 1,000 people, so pay $1,000 then. You know what I mean? And him look on Corey and him exact words was, hey boy, you know who me is, you don't come from Jamaica. That's what he said to Corey, because Corey is an American, Yeah, so Corey said, if him talking a film American style, basically saying he don't respond. So, Lang went away, and
what was the price to going by?
$1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so Corey said, you say my DJ can't pull 1,000 people, so pay $1,000 to come in. So him say, Corey, you know who me is, whatever. And he left, and see him later that night, the club was raided. You know what I mean? By police. And the people,
in uniform?
Yeah, man. People were disrespected and crazy things happen. You know what I mean? And all fingers pointing to that person. Because, this is Jamaica and we have our ears in the streets. And, people will talk things. You know what I mean? And people tell.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that those things are true.
No, right? But we can speculate and we hear things from even people who are police also.
Yeah.
Not necessarily top-ranking police, but foot soldiers in the streets and stuff like that. So the club was raided Thursday. His remark was that no.
What time was that raid on Thursday night?
About an hour after he left.
How many policemen raided the building?
Well, I was on my way there, so when I reached and heard that the building was being raided, I left. When I went outside, it was about, because I parked around the back. So when I left outside, I saw like about 5 police around the back. You know what I mean? Them hold us at gunpoint, search us.
Including you?
Yeah, man. search me and thing and let me go and thing. And then...
What did they ask you though?
They didn't ask me anything. You know what I mean? They just drag me in a corner, search me, search up my pocket, search my vehicle, and my drive away. You know what I mean?
And that was the end of the operation?
That was the end of it. You know what I mean? And then this boxing night now, because he called as a matter of fact, he called my manager again, you know, Dennis, you know, and told him that, listen me.
He who called your manager?
Leng again, you know, and said, listen me, no show can keep Boxing Day, but film show. You know what I mean? He even asked my manager if we take off the ads. Because we had a commercial running on Zip. If we take off a commercial. Yeah, man, so it's like it's a whole intimidation thing. You know what I mean? And me I tell you the God truth refuse. Me don't think even the commissioner or the really high-ranking police them know what really take place. May I tell you the truth from my heart? You know?
Well, let me ask you this, because we have been in touch with an Assistant Commissioner of Police, Les Green.
Yeah.
I've also been in touch with the Director of Communications of the force, Carl Angel. And both of them made the following points to me. One, there should be no reason for your show or anybody's show to be harassed. If you were given a valid permit,
which we were,
you have a valid permit for all the shows that you have been harassed,
all the shows, Mr. Youth,
including the boxing night show,
including the boxing night show,
and the make good on Monday night.
Yes, sir. We have permit for everything because it's a nightclub, you know, so we have one permit that we can keep any event in the club, because remember it is an indoors thing, so the noise abatement, everything is out. The only condition is that the club over by 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock or 2 o'clock?
4, because as I said, it's indoors.
Oh, if it's indoors, it's 4. If it's outdoors, 2.
Yeah. Because of the liquor at the stop sell 4 a.m. and plus it clear up the traffic off the road that people can go about commuting in the morning.
Yes. So I've also been told, I don't know how true this is, that the police who raided the building on Boxing Night said they did so because the line of people, patrons waiting to enter the building had extended as far south as Emancipation Park. Is that true?
Well, the line wasn't really at Emancipation Park, you know, but you have to remember the line was truthfully round the corner by Quad. Because, you know, Vybz Kartel wasn't at Sting. So most Gaza people in the city is going to come to this show.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But
so the question therefore is, was the building already at capacity and more?
No, it wasn't at capacity, you know, because it can hold about 2,000 people. And to tell you the truth,
at the time when they arrived, what time was that on Boxing?
Very early, you know, it was like 11:30.
11:30?
I swear to you, about 11:30.
And you had started at what time?
The club opened 10 o'clock. People were still paying to come inside.
So the club wasn't full?
No, it wasn't. People were still paying to come inside. Albeit the line was long and a lot of people were outside.
So what did they do when they got there?
Well, you know, the usual style, rough up a few people, run with the people them off at the front, lock off the music inside the club, search everybody, you know what I mean, and send them home.
Approximately how many policemen were involved in that operation?
Well, I didn't know it. I wasn't there, you know.
Yeah.
Because by the time I reached, I saw Trafalgar Road, not Sud Boulevard, by Trafalgar Road block. So I just spin around and just head back home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
so who gave you this information that you're relaying to me now?
Well, you know, because remember this is Jamaica and I have a lot of police friends, so they're telling me that when I was on my way, they say, Kartel, they reach at the club, I said, no, them say I pay police out there, so nobody come. Because it mash up. I mean, them say the club mash up and people getting searched and stuff like that. So, that was that. And they came back again the next night.
So you had another show the next night?
Yeah, which was the spillover because of the incident where... Because Vybz Kartel was built to perform and I didn't perform. So we said, all right, we're going to have a spillover into the Monday night, which would be a holiday also.
Yeah. Which
would be the original Boxing Day. So they came the same thing again, raid the club, lock off the music, search a few people. And
on what basis did they say they were searching or locking off the music? What was the reason they gave?
They said that they heard that Wanted Man was in the club. But what I'm saying, we've been running the club for 1 year now.
We meaning who?
Coretta and myself been managed the club for 1 year now and we haven't had any raids or anything like that. And it's the same patrons always come to the club, which would be dancehall supporters. You know what I mean? So
they didn't say you didn't have a permit?
No.
Nor you were breaching anything?
No.
Just that they suspected wanted men in the building?
Yeah, they were acting on intelligence. But then again, my friend now, my friend which is a lawyer, which will remain unnamed, called the same person and his comments over the phone, because we was listening, his comments over the phone was, the boy Kartel diss me. You know what I mean? So everything is just coming from one person who is trying to use.
Who said that?
Leng himself.
Oh.
just trying to use his influence to try to say him want box food out of my mouth. You know what I mean? And anyway,
because he didn't perform at Sting.
At Sting. And anyway, Vybz Kartel will be, they will be terrorizing it. You know what I mean? So, it's the same thing with Monday night. I have my police friends, so they call me and say, where you are? I say, I'm not reach at the club. Them say, don't come. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because police is going to be there. This is the third time, you know. The fourth time, actually. They did it at Trelawney. Me get the news I didn't show. Them did it at Thursday night, the 23rd. They did it the Boxing night, and they did it the 27th. You know what I mean? And I even hear things that like they're calling down in Mobile, because I have a show in Mobile the 31st.
That's tomorrow night?
That's tomorrow night. But right now, I'm tired to play this disappearing trick. So I'm going to just go and just roll out the red carpet. That means anything they want to do, they can just come and do then.
What do you mean, roll out the red carpet?
Just because I know they're going to come, so I'm not going to go anywhere because I'm expecting them.
So you're going to be in Montego Bay?
In Montego Bay tomorrow. So I'm just
where in Montego Bay is the show?
Caribbean. I think it's Caribbean. It's a beach. I don't even remember the name of the beach.
And you are putting on that one?
No, it's my manager, because I have a business partner which is Corita, and I have a manager from Trelawney. He's the one that was been in negotiation with Mr. Leng. So
I get the feeling now you are frustrated.
But so frustrated, and right now, to tell you the honest truth, Mr. Hughes, if right now I'm concerned about my life and about my freedom, because probably by now or next week you can hear anything to Vybz Kartel, whether me just suddenly become a person of interest again or something happened to Vybz Kartel, because me not really like the direction which is where this is heading, because the workers at the building saying some police making some remark like, anyway Kartel them are going to mash it up, and you know what I mean, and this thing is hurting my livelihood. You know what I mean? And nothing like this was happening from the year start. So I don't know how it started happening now after this thing with the promotion of Sting. And I decided not to do the show.
Were you fear for your life?
Yeah, because, Mr. Hughes, you have to remember, you know, this is Jamaica, you know. So regardless of what, certain people in certain sections of society we don't live the real Jamaican life. I might look upon things naively. Me come from the garrison, the ghetto, and me know how things run in Jamaica. Because if a man can have the powers to manipulate certain people to come raid club and do what them feel like. And when I say this, I still say, I can't put my head on the block, certain say, the commissioner and certain high-ranking police don't know about these things. You know what I mean? Because there's no way we can live in our country where run like this. So right now, I'm not care.
So you're listening to you, your suspicions are that Leng, being a former policeman, is somehow
pulling strings.
Where?
All over the place. I mean, how long my mouth and talk. Because Jamaica this, everybody know we are going in the streets. Because it's something we are talk in the streets too. It's not nothing we are hide, you know what I mean? So, and the people, they must say, oh, him Leng for low cartel and whatever. Because people know what is happening. Even on the night when they raid Boxing night, people was talking about Leng this, Leng that, shouting in unison. Gaza, Gaza, Leng this, Leng go this. You know what I mean? Disrespecting him and saying, Leng do it, Leng do it. Because, as I said before, this is Jamaica. Me know enough police. Me might not know no big high-ranking police, but me's an entertainer. So me I know enough police, and people been talking, as I said before. He me even tell my manager, say, me can't fight the state. Me never know say state I keep show. You know what I mean? And me not have no intention of fighting the state.
The state keep Grand Gala.
Alright, and he's not a Gala artist. He's a Gaza artist. So, it puzzling.
So you're appealing to the commissioner?
Yeah.
To do what?
To find out what really are going on, why Vybz Kartel come under so much pressure since me decide I'm not doing Sting. Why everywhere Vybz Kartel is being raided and the people that come out to see me is being disrespected. You know what I mean? If you have something against Vybz Kartel, send for Vybz Kartel then. Because he's a public figure, I can't hide. You know
as they have done in the past.
As they have done in the past. And I go through the same process and I come out a free man same way. You know what I mean? As even is the case of the recent state of emergency where Kartel was detained as a person of interest. I am the only person that was detained that never get a charge even after the state of emergency done. I actually came out before it even finished. You know what I mean? So, and as I said before, I don't think the commissioner and the top ranking police who is investigating anything of substance have anything against Vybz Kartel. It's just a man try using powers and pull a few strings here and there.
And you believe that is deliberately being done by Leng?
I believe that to my heart. Even if it costs me my life, because one time I can't dead 2 times.
You keep on saying about your life.
Because I'm a man concerned about my life and about my freedom. Me not like the direction where this thing is heading. People are saying anything with Vybz Kartel involved in it, I go mash up. Like me, you know, to feed my kids them too. That's why me take it to the public, you know. Because me was on Raga Shanti show a few days ago. And now I come to Cliff Views because as the name suggests, more and the nation for here are going. Yes, straight
We
up.
will be putting it to the members of the police high command. And you can assure us that you have the necessary permits and authority
Yeah, man.
to put on these.
I have the permits, man. Me even the show in Mobile because it's my manager keeping the show. And he spend a lot of money because Jackie is on the show. But the whole artist, Barrington Leave, it's just like a big annual event that is being kept here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Vybz Kartel is on the show and we've been hearing that they're going to come down there and what they're going to do and whatever. So, as I said before, I ain't going nowhere. I'll be there. So, anything you will hear further on.
Legal action now is like, my lawyer will do that and everything, you know, but because it cost me a lot of cash every minute, you know, it cost me a lot of money I lose, you know. Every year the same thing, every year them do the same thing, you see me, especially them time of the year, I don't know why, you know. And just to make everybody know, you see them going to the cops and them question me everything and bring me home, search me home and everything, and them question me and let me go, so I'm a free man. So some people say Tamale arrested, Tamale never arrested. That's it. Yeah, but I just want all of this to stop, you know. We have everything on record and things, so I just enough time them do something and I just bill and them not stop them, man. Come like if me not stop them, I not stop till them destroy me, you know them way. But my lawyer take care of things. Yesterday my lawyer go into this police and everything, my lawyer by my side right here, you know. Big up Mr. Ernest Smith and big up Miss Nesta Smith on the same way, you know. Yeah, and one love to my fans them.
I never shock, you know, because I used to get numb towards everything, you know, because every year them always come with something, you know them way. What them ask me? I have to just laugh, because I have a clue what them say, isn't it? I don't see the sense, you know them way, because I don't know the place, what them talk about, and I don't know when I go. I don't hear so nobody gets shot or nothing, so I don't know what. So I just have to say, maybe them go down and I go to Sunfest and just pull a one dub plate for the fans, and see it. Come like I don't really Sunfest have a problem, as I I'm like a police, I tell them that I'm really, you know. Because I need to perform for mobile people. Them. Every year, Sunfest keep, and I can't get to perform on them things, you know them way. Right now, I'm free to do my show them one thing in Jamaica, because I not get no problem. What day them lock off about 27 show for me and thing, cops them and thing, and I follow me to lock off my show them, as well. When they suit them for sign the permit, them I make the promoter don't say them can't, them not sign it and them not want Tamale come perform them really. So I have court and them thing, I know my name them easy for judge me and call me, I just stay away from all of that, because I don't want them try for, I don't have no problem with my court, I know them way. If I get problem, man, I catch me long time and send me to prison. I don't have no time for certain things, you know them. That's why I'm on them just love my brethren. And when I do my thing, because I don't see a reason. Every individual as police good, you know. Anytime I see police, the worst thing a man could do, man, I face the police beside me. If a man want me hate him. Especially when I feel work at some fest and them block me. I feel like we are youth and the man them fi stop them thing, the virgin. I don't see why they do for them. If them try even for free, me send me to prison, what good they go do for them? Man, if you go stop crime, why go stop if them send me to prison? If them try kill me or send me to prison. I don't feel comfortable, you know. I feel comfortable around people, but when it come on to how I see police them at more while, how them try to put me to the public like me a troublemaker. Sometimes I say, I never ma try to hurt me and them thing there. Them want me like a troublemaker and try to hurt me, you know them way there. Yeah, them banned me from Westmoreland, Trelawney, Sav, Negril, everywhere where I can eat a food, them ban me from them places. I have my stronghold, you know them way there. As my fan base, them ban me from them places. And at them places they feed the music.
I must note that these interviews are only the artist side of the story, and I have not heard from the police department or Mr. Leng, the ex-police officer and promoter of Sting. However, I know that the police force is very corrupt and many of their officers are vindictive and have blatantly abused their power and have wrongfully arrested, injured or killed many innocent people. Based on the interviews by both Vybz Kartel and Tamale Sparta, it was obvious that they were deliberately targeted by specific rogue police officers that are in the force but not necessarily the legitimate body of the police force, such as the high-ranking officers, such as the commissioner, etc., etc. According to Vybz Kartel, he was targeted by Mr. Leng based on his claims of refusing to perform at Sting because of non-payment due from past performances. It is obvious that Mr. Leng was being vindictive and set his colleague of Corrupt Cop to sabotage any show that promoted performances by Vybz Kartel or any shows promoted by Vybz Kartel or his associates. People, I am not saying that this is the case for a fact, but Tommy Lee was once managed by Heavy D, who was the partner of Mr. Leng in Supreme Promotions, who was the booking agent for Tommy Lee, Sparta and Sting. It was reported that Tommy Lee is now under new management and presumably new booking agent. Is there some bad blood brewing between Tommy Lee and his former management team? Or is it just a coincidence, or is it possibly history repeating itself for Mr. Leng and the new victim is now Tommy Lee instead of Vybz Kartel? I am not one of those make-believe channels that want to speculate or want you to pretend that something is happening when it is not. But based on events in the past, it is not far-fetched that this could be happening all over again. People, let me know what you think about these corrupt police officers trying to sabotage dancehall. I must admit that there are a few criminal elements around dancehall, but it don't justify the actions of the police targeting dancehall on a whole and blaming Jamaica's crime problem on dancehall when the real problem is poverty, corruption and mismanagement. Thanks once again for checking out my video. It is greatly appreciated. Please check out the website link in my profile banner. Please like, comment and subscribe. Bless up. One love.